Welcome to Slut in Training, hosted by Missy Greenberg.
Jordan Carlson.
Tania Ross.
All right, well, welcome to Slut in Training podcast. How are you, girls?
I'm so good.
I am doing great.
You're always doing great, Tania.
Amazing.
You are.
Well,
Living
who
the
has
life.
word of the episode today? I don't have the word of it.
Oh, I do. I do. Okay, are you ready?
We're ready.
so
I've
ready.
started the trend of having one or two, so pick which number, 1 or 2.
Oh, I thought we did this the other day.
I'm going to
We
go
did.
with,
We're doing it again.
we did one yesterday. I think I'm going to
You're
go
gonna
with
go with 2?
two. Yeah.
Okay, teabagging.
Isn't this,
No.
I mean, I kind of know what it is.
No.
So
it's not
it's
like
not, it's not the
the
scrotum, the balls.
Yes.
dipping in something
Yes, you're very close. What is it being
the
dipped
balls.
in someone's mouth.
Yes!
This is too easy.
Tania for the win. Okay, I can tell you one, but one is kind of gross. That's why
We're going to stick to one word per episode.
Okay.
Save that for
Our
next
brain
week.
can
Yes.
only process one new word.
It's more
Although
of
it's
a
not a newish
I just
word.
like to fuck with you guys a little bit. Like I get
well,
2 options.
there's plenty.
I'm playing
Yeah.
matchmaker of the mood.
Yeah, she's always fucking
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah.
Fine. We deal.
Well, let's get to our guest for today, which is way more interesting than teabagging.
No,
Screw you, Missy.
All right, let's talk about our guest is an international pole dancing champion, a wife and mother of grown kids, poodle and cat mom, who loves to create things from chocolates to clothing. She thinks that women can live a beautiful, fulfilling, and sensual life forever if they want to. Welcome, Mary Caryl.
Thanks
Yes.
for having me.
We're so
Oh
honored
my god.
I
that you
know.
are literally in our studio right now.
Yes, celebrity.
Celebrity.
You're a
Like
celebrity in
famous
our midst.
celebrity.
Yes, she is.
Make my day here, boy. I'm happy to be here. I
Yes.
really am. I'm happy to be here to share with you and to have you share with me too.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Okay.
Well, we can learn from
let me.
you.
I'll backtrack.
Okay.
And I found you through. I was reading on my phone one day and saw an article in the Los Angeles Times about a 71-year-old pole dancer, and I was like, "What?" So I read the article. It was amazing. It was you have an amazing, inspiring story to tell and to share, and so we're truly honored to have you here, just to be.
Yeah,
in
well,
your
that
presence.
was, it's like all of a sudden you have your life. You're a kid. You're a teenager. You're in your 20s, and all of a sudden you're 70s, and it's just like, how did this happen? And basically, with that LA Times article, they were looking for people that had intergenerational friendships, and a friend of mine had pointed it out. So I sent them a notice, and they, oh yeah, we want to do that one, and somehow they were going to put it on, but something went wrong with the coordination of the photographer and the other guest, and we didn't make the timeline. But she had already talked to me and she said, oh my gosh, I really want to do this story about you. And I'm kind of sitting there thinking, oh, what's so unusual about it? But then I told her, well, I've been scheduled to do this comedy pole show in September. She says, oh, we want to come. And they arranged to go to the studio and do some filming there, and then come to my home, and then go to the show and put the article together. And it was actually, by the time it came out, it was 2/3 of the front page on the Saturday edition, beating out the Pope.
Incredible.
I'm not surprised.
Celebrities.
It went viral.
It went everywhere to
Viral
the
news.
Asian countries and South America. And the funny thing is, my sister-in-law, who's Italian ancestry, was watching a reel of making meatballs, and there in the background on the TV is me. It's like, okay, I guess I'm helping her make those meatballs.
That's great. I love
It's
that.
amazing.
Meatballs.
Inspiration for making meatballs. Who would have thought?
You are
my
an
God.
inspiration.
The
And
next
after
time I
watching-
make meatballs, that's what I'm going to think of is Mary.
Mary.
Mary and meatballs, yeah.
Could be worse associations.
That's a new one. That's definitely a new one.
Yeah. Well, you're gorgeous in person.
Yes.
I know we talked on Zoom, but we saw you perform last night at your Comedy Pole show in Silver Lake, and you were the closer of the show.
Of
amongst
course.
all
Yes.
like the hot bodies that were there. You were
Standing
amazing.
ovation.
Yeah,
Standing
standing
ovation.
Everyone
ovation.
stood for you.
Thank you.
I just heard people in the crowd just going, "Oh my God, wow!"
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
amazing.
everyone started
It's
recording
incredible.
on their phones.
Seriously.
Nobody was
Yeah.
doing that until you went on.
So
You were clearly like there was the most audience engagement
Yeah.
with your
This is
performance.
all news to me.
Yeah.
I haven't had time to digest it or talk to many people. My daughter and her friend did come backstage, but that was all fun and introducing her to everybody and that. And my husband was there. But yeah, haven't really had time to digest that. It was a really good show. It was a sold out
it was
show.
yes, it was great.
Very
It
good
was
show.
very funny too.
Yeah, and it was a benefit for the wildfire victims.
Yeah,
So that
no,
was,
it's
I think,
great.
helped a good thing too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, let's wind back and start
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Can you tell me, Mary,
Yes.
the meaning of slut to you? What does slut mean to you, Mary?
Well, I grew up in a different era than you guys did. To me, slut was always kind of a loose woman. I mean, basically, that's just what it was. And it wasn't something that was really looked upon positively. I'm just being honest with you. That was really the definition of it. I don't know what it means today to you. I think that sensuality, sexuality has obviously changed from decades ago. In some fashion, it will always be the same, but maybe talking about it has changed and how it's put front and center or not hidden anymore.
Yeah.
It used to be that it was harder for women to talk amongst themselves and to talk to their daughters about it. I remember my mother, well, I only heard this through my neighbor who actually explained to me what intercourse was when I was about 10, I think
Yeah.
it was. And she said, well, I explained it to you because I know your mother was having such trauma thinking how she would possibly explain it to you. So she explained it to me in a very nice way what it was. I was maybe I was 11. I don't really remember, but oh, okay.
And how do you remember what?
Oh, I remember her. She was probably about 10 years older than me.
Okay.
Or
And how
she was
did
in
she explain
college
it to you?
Oh, well, she would, tell me what the woman's anatomy was and how the man's anatomy fit into the woman and that they did
It's
this.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they were loving of each other, and that's how she
really
explained
nice.
it to
Yeah.
me. Yes.
Yeah.
What did you do prior to pole dancing? Like, what's your origin
Yeah,
story? How did
yeah.
you come to pole
Okay.
dancing?
Take us back to when you were
Yeah,
born.
exactly.
Where were you born?
I was born in Minnesota, and I grew up in
wonderful.
North Dakota. Yay! So back there, it's a whole different kind of environment, very different in so many ways.
Very.
People are really nice. It's more of a smaller knit community and more closed off from a lot of the big city events and things. I did do gymnastics in high school. I was a pom-pom girl and a cheerleader and all that kind of stuff. And the odd thing about it is that my sister took baton lessons from the local teacher, and they tried me, but they decided I had no rhythm. But the thing is I did because I played piano. Well, how do you have rhythm and not have rhythm and play piano?
Yeah.
I agree.
So when I started to pole dance years later at age 57, I found out that what it really was that I had ADD where I would, or what is it where you, dyslexia, where you turn things around. So what they thought was not rhythm was actually my dyslexia.
Oh, wow.
So therefore my sister did the baton twirling, and then she would put me into the show as just doing gymnastics. But we didn't compete, so we didn't really fine tune everything, although I loved the balance beam and I loved the Florex.
Were you the oldest, youngest in your family?
I'm the oldest,
Okay.
yes, and then my sister and two brothers, yeah. And then I kind of, went to college, had a great time. I loved college. It was so much fun. It was more the party part of it.
Wait, where did you go? Where did you
U of
go?
Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it was a party.
Yeah.
Great.
So much fun.
Reputation.
So much. I don't know how we all survived. I really don't. Yeah.
What a change from Minnesota.
I don't know. I'm like, how did I make it through? I don't know.
I know. What did you study in college?
I studied fashion merchandising, which was in the retail sciences, kind of Bachelor of Science degree. And then that's what I went into and came out to California, started a career in retail, and then got married and just, changed stuff around and had 3 kids.
Were you a stay-at-home mom?
No,
during
I
this
did
time,
do
or did
some
you
work.
work? Okay.
I worked in the garment business.
Okay.
Mhm,
So
yeah.
you kind of stayed in
Yeah.
fashion.
Yes, I did. I love
I mean, you're
love
very
fashion.
fashionable right now.
Yeah, I know.
I
You are
love fashion.
decked.
It's like
Yeah.
the one area that we can be so many different people without really having to make major changes.
Right.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
And it's a
true.
choice
Yeah,
you make.
great.
So
Yeah.
that
Your
shows your
hair,
choices.
style and color, your makeup, your clothing, you can pretty much change on a dime and just totally feel something different. And
I
you
know.
do with
Yeah.
different looks,
Yeah.
you'll feel differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, change your
100%.
clothes, change your attitude. It's like
Yeah.
kind of
And
fun.
confidence.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Let it
I love
take
that.
over. Mhm.
Same.
Can we go back to, I'm still fascinated with your story. So can we
Yeah.
go
Oh,
back
yeah,
to
yeah, let's go
what
back.
happened when you had 3 kids, and then at what point in your life did you decide to, I know you started at 57, but how did you work up to 57? There's a
Yeah.
whole life before that,
Yeah.
before you became a
You
pole
know,
dancer.
I never belonged to a gym. I had 3 kids and then I got married a second time. So then I added a stepson. So now there's 4 kids.
Yeah.
I really did not have the time or the money to go to gyms because it is different when you have one kid. One kid, you can say, well, okay, to your friend, you take the girls today and then I'll take them tomorrow and I'll go to the gym while you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
With as many as I had, no.
No.
Nobody
Yeah.
wanted to. I was my own everything. Yeah. So it was more of like I needed to provide for
Yeah,
them.
you were just
Yes,
stay at
and they
home.
were so I just my exercise was stretching. I always stretched. And then just running around after kids and doing the housework and that was a lot of exercise.
That is a lot of exercise.
Yes,
Yeah.
You're
a lot of
constantly
movement.
on your feet.
Yeah. So when I went into this at age 57, I mean, I was like, oh, wow, I didn't feel that my body couldn't do this. I just felt like it could. And of course, my family was kind of, well, we don't want you to get hurt. They were concerned about that. I just never felt like I would. I did, of course. Everybody gets hurt sometimes.
Yeah,
if you're going to
bruised,
do
I'm sure.
athletics, you're going to fall on your head or your knee or I don't know. And I did
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did all of
You
that.
can't be afraid.
No, and that's fear.
Yes.
Is like you got to take your fear and make it into a concern. Okay, I'm afraid to climb that pole because I might fall. Fine. That is a fear. Now make a concern to say, now I'm going to get a crash mat, put it at the bottom. I'm going to get some training. I'm going to develop my strength. If I need a spotter, I'm going to get that. So now you're concerned about how you can do this thing that you're afraid of.
Yeah.
So you have to take your fears and make them concerns and how you can work through the fear
Yeah.
to do the things that you would like to, because otherwise you don't really live your life.
I love
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
You really don't. I mean,
Oh,
there is
I
a,
love
like a
that.
fine line between being silly and foolish and taking unnecessary risks
Yeah.
and not doing
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
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 So, Mary, going back to 57,
Yes.
for our listeners who are,
Yeah.
kind of broaching their middle, I hate that term, fucking middle-aged
This,
term, middle of the
Try
road
old age.
term. Yeah, no. But, I think you're in better shape than all of us put together
yeah.
in the room,
Oh,
as
yeah.
well as, my peers at home. I think they're fascinated with, oh gosh, if she can do it at 57,
Uh-huh.
I certainly can do it at 42 or whatever age
Yes,
you are.
yes, you
And
can.
it's just, what was the impetus for you starting at 57?
I was conversing with a friend of mine. She says, "Oh, well, I'm doing pole dancing." I'm like, I want to come. So I did. It was at her gym. Don't ask me why. I just wanted to
Yeah.
come.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a couple lessons there, and I'm like, oh, look at that. And now I think back on what the instructor was doing. It was nothing, but I was hooked.
It would look terrifying to
Oh,
me,
yeah,
going through a
100%.
first class pole
Yeah.
dancing class.
Well, you'll do it. Yeah. So I decided that I really wanted to try more of this because the gym had disbanded it. There just wasn't enough interest to dedicate the space to
It's
it.
too bad.
Yeah. Well, it's okay because pole studios were starting to pop up
Right.
in Los Angeles, at least, all over the place. I was fortunate to get connected to some really good studios where we'd have fun. The first one doesn't exist, but we would do all kinds of fun things. Like they had a bar built in there and we would do like monkey swings on the bar. I mean, I'm talking about like a bar where you drink alcohol.
Yeah, you're
And then they
drinking
put
and you're
yeah.
doing pole dancing?
No. It was like an empty bar.
Okay.
But it was a bar. You'd climb up and you could like do flip flops down the end of the bar.
Whoa.
Yeah, and there would be some little rings that you hook onto, like it was in an actual bar. And then we would have classes like trashy tango, and then some would be tricks classes.
Trashy tango.
I love
Because
I
yeah,
love
you
it.
would dance around
Just own
the
it.
pole like it was your partner, and
Yeah.
it was just fun stuff. And then there were other studios opening, and they had some really good instructors coming. So I started going to them too. I was so fortunate to get in on that level when we would have international guests come and teach pole, and just really good instruction and some really good teachers. So, but I would go sometimes in the evening, 3 classes in a row.
Wow.
Is that
Yeah.
3 hours total, or how long are
Probably
each
like almost 4.5 hours, 4.5 hours
Wow.
total.
That's an
I mean,
intense
you
workout.
wouldn't be on the pole the whole time. I mean, sometimes you'd be watching.
Right.
So yeah, but it was, just I was having so much fun. It wasn't. I didn't feel tired.
Yeah.
It wasn't wearing me out. Yeah. But
So start at 57, do 4 hours every day of training
yeah.
until you
Yeah.
hang out with
See, by this
international
time, my
dates.
kids were all gone. They were graduated
Yeah.
college.
Yeah,
I
this
didn't
was
have
your
to
full-time
worry
job.
about them.
Yeah.
It was all about.
It's about you
Yeah.
now.
That's
my turn.
amazing.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
turn.
Mary,
That's so cool.
I love that.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
well, okay,
Yeah.
Tanya.
Go, Tanya, go.
yeah. So for somebody who wants to take pole dancing, what if you don't have any dance background? Like for our listeners, what if there's no dance or gymnastic background? Can they still do it?
Yes, many come with nothing.
Okay.
Some come with some gymnastics, some come with some dance background, some come with maybe they've done some music, so that's good too. Maybe they've been on plays, and anything is helpful, but you can also come with nothing. And sometimes you come with nothing, you have a totally fresh slate, and you can learn
Oh, yeah.
new skills without old complications.
Right in your
Yes.
head. I love that.
Yeah.
Come.
Smart.
The one thing when you come, you have to think, well, what kind of physical shape am I in? If you haven't done anything physical, then you need to start there and
Yeah.
take your time, little morsel at a time, bite off. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. It's your journey, and just take it. If you need to be slower than somebody else, fine, no problem. Gain that strength. See, the misconception is people think you need to be flexible and strong and this and that to pole dancing. No, no, and no. You get that from pole dancing. That is what you earn. You earn that.
Yeah.
You don't come
I
with
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Now,
that's
everybody
right.
brings their natural physicality in. Some of us are naturally more flexible. Some are naturally stronger. There's certain things you're going to bring naturally. That's okay. Take advantage of those. And if you can't find it, you will eventually figure out, oh, I'm a little better at strength than I am at flexibility. So I'm going to focus. My body likes those moves better. So you'll find it. There's also, listening to music and finding how you can move around a pole.
Yeah.
As women, it's good for us to swivel our hips, move our bodies, and
Yeah.
we kind of stop sometimes because life
Agree.
takes hold. Job, children, husband,
Yeah.
pets, homework, not ours.
Yeah.
But some,
Yes.
Yeah.
but all that kind of stuff takes hold.
Time,
And then
yeah.
you're like on the back burner, and sometimes you need to be there on the
Yeah.
back burner, but then you have to find some time, some moments to include yourself. And we ended up making one of the rooms at home a pole room because it was really 6 months.
And I was
before
going to
could-
ask if
Oh,
you
Yeah.
had
It's
a
not in
pole
the
room.
bedroom. It's not in
No,
the
it's
bedroom.
not in the bedroom. It's a pole room. It has big mirrors, so I get to see myself. And that's another good check. Let me tell you, when you have to go in, especially going in the pole studio and you're looking at yourself next to 30-somethings, oh my God. You're like, okay, I need to do a little work here.
Oh
But
my
it
gosh.
keeps you in
You
check.
do
It
not
really
need
does.
to roll.
Looking in
Looking at
that
you
mirror.
going, I
Yes.
wish I could
Oh,
look
Exactly.
like Mary.
Life goals.
Yeah.
I mean that.
Yeah.
They were looking
Seriously.
at you.
Oh,
That's why
gosh.
they kept you for closing last time.
I don't know, but it really
You're
does.
amazing.
It keeps you in reality of having to look at yourself in the mirror.
Oh, for
And
sure.
then you make the changes that you can.
Mary, I know we have a few more questions.
Yeah,
before
we have
wrap
so
up.
many more
We have
questions.
so many
But
questions.
we
You could
could
be-
interview you for like
Hours.
3 hours
Hours
on
on
it.
it.
We would
Yeah.
exhaust
I also
you.
brought a few of the poll things. If we could just mention
yes.
that.
Yes, of
Please.
course. I was going to ask about your
I
line.
brought a few. I have a line of poleware. This is the Babs Bare Ass Bottom. I'm sure you guys won't mind me
I mean,
saying
I love
that.
the
Oh my
name.
God,
Yeah.
I do too.
So, and mine are fully lined where it's appropriate. This is the keyhole top.
Oh,
That's
so
so cute.
So
Yeah.
they're meant for comfort.
Yeah.
And,
I'm still stuck on bare ass bottoms.
yeah,
I know.
That's
and
slutty
Babs.
moment.
This
It is a slutty
Yeah.
moment.
That was slutty
This
We
is a
did.
little drawstring.
Oh my
top.
God.
That's cute.
That I
The
need.
tops and
That I
bottoms are
actually
cute.
need.
This is my best-selling bottom. This is the high waist booty
Oh,
shorts that
cute.
you
Oh,
can
I
draw
like
the
that.
string up.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
go
and
great
they
on you,
love these. These
Tanya.
also
It would
go
look great
for
on me.
yoga.
Yeah.
So, this
Yeah, I
folds
could see that
down.
for yoga,
Like
too.
if
Oh,
you
for
don't want to run
sure.
around with your belly
Bare
hanging
ass
out.
bottom.
love
No,
that.
this one, yeah, you can make it, pop it up and you can
Yeah.
get a nice bare ass.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That would be
But
great
this
for like
one
a
is
hot
good,
yoga.
People love this one. This
Yeah.
is
That
like a
looks super
huge seller.
comfortable.
I like that. You could pull it
You
up.
can find that at marycaryldesigns.com.
Okay. And you design all
I
of them.
design all of that, and
then-
they fit well.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're fit
Tested
on
him.
fit on real women.
How does your husband benefit
Ooh, yeah.
from you being a pole dancer?
Well, he loves the activity. He knows the people in it, my friends. He loves to go to it. He's super interested. He helps me. He put the music together for me. And,
Oh,
we're,
really?
yeah, I mean, he's not a professional, but he does that. He takes a huge interest. And, he's a really good man.
Yeah.
A really good man, ladies, wants to make you happy.
I agree.
That's his
I love that
goal
man.
in
Yeah,
life
yeah.
is to make you happy. And
Yeah.
I have a really good man.
Has he tried
Yeah.
pole dancing?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
It's not. Yeah,
That would require
I'm
hip
kind of working
replacement?
with him to try to get a little more physical. So
Uh-huh.
he's trying.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
should
got a
be
little work to do.
inspired.
Yeah,
I know. I
You
was gonna
every day
say
sharing a bed with
he
you.
should
Yeah.
he should go into your practice room and just like
Yeah,
be
I know.
inspired
He
through.
loves it. It's like, oh, give me a lap dance.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you do that with your in your studio?
Very
Do you give
convenient.
him like pole and lap dances?
oh, yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Does he do
Oh, he does. Sometimes he'll. It's all in fun.
Give
but,
me some ones.
Yeah, keeps it fresh in
Ooh,
the
yeah.
bedroom. I want a pole in my
Oh my
room.
gosh, that's the key.
Yeah.
Or not in my room,
Or
but you can
that's
just
the
supplement.
benefit, Mary.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
the
benefit.
benefit.
The
That's
actual
real
benefit. Oh my
He's
god.
helping you because he wants.
Was it hard to put a pole in there, or is it
No, they go in easily. You can get one for your house.
okay? Okay,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
put it in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. Put it in the
While I'm
kitchen. That way.
cooking.
Yeah. Mary, before we go, just any advice that you would give women about how to stay healthy, how to
Yeah.
look the way you
You
look.
look.
You
And-
have to care about you have to care about yourself so that
Yeah.
you can care about others.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if it makes you feel better to look good, and it should,
Mhm.
take time with your hair, your makeup, your clothing, and it doesn't have to be a huge routine every time. If you're doing glamorous looks, obviously it's going to take more time than everyday look should take about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that protects your skin. If you're putting a little bit of makeup on, pay attention to your skin care because that's very important.
Oh.
Yeah, your
Be
skin's
careful
amazing.
of the sun. That's a huge ager.
Yeah.
Do that physical activities, but do care about yourself. Think about, when you go out the door, putting together something that you feel good in, because this is your opportunity to express yourself, to give a first impression to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like your calling card, what you look like. It's your choice.
Yeah.
You have what is you're born with, you work with that, you find the things that you like better,
Yeah.
and you say, well, I like my lips, or I like this, I like my eyes, I like my legs, whatever it is you like, work on those. If it's something that doesn't look good on you, like a style, pass. You don't have to wear everything.
Yeah.
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 I love that.
Okay, so another thing that we always do before we end the podcast is
Okay.
with the word of the day, which in this time it's teabagging. We ask our guests to use it in a sentence related to pole
Pole
dancing.
dancing. Mhm.
Generally, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So it's teabagging.
Oh gosh. Well, if I were teabagging something for the pole, I would make sure that I had a routine with lots of balls in it.
Yes, perfect.
I
love
love
that.
Oh my God.
Best spoken by a 71-year-old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the new thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that in Urban Dictionary now. Yeah.
Yes, because that's,
Exactly.
reliable. You're a reliable
Exactly.
source.
Oh my gosh.
Mary, what advice would you give your younger self about relationships today?
I think that I would say to explore the relationships, look at the people as the good things that they are. Everybody's going to have faults. To not be so hard on people for things that are superficial, that don't have meaning. Find the good things in somebody, not the silly things that we get so nitpicky about. Especially as women, we can really nitpick somebody
Yeah.
to a fault.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And is there anything that turns you on?
Ooh.
That can mean so many things.
Yes,
for you.
yes.
Sometimes when you see these calendars of hot men and all that, it's like there's something about a certain smile that will be the one that gets me. It's like
So it's a fireman
Yes, the
Yes,
fireman
smile.
It's the smile.
Because that brings out the warmth.
Right?
Yeah.
It's sexy,
The,
right?
the rest of it is like, that can fall into place. But if that physical
Yes.
warmth is not there, it's like, it's not
I
that
agree.
interesting. And that's something that's really important. If you can
Yeah.
express that warmth to somebody
Yeah.
else, when they're done with the engagement that they had with you, whether it's coffee or whatever, they're going to come away and say, I really like that person. I had such a good time because they were, but they don't really like, why? But they don't know. It's because you were warm. You
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah.
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 I love
That's
that.
sexy. Warmth is sexy.
Warmth is
Yeah.
sexy.
And I know
Warmth is
there was
sexy.
an anti-inflammatory, right, that you wanted to talk
Yeah.
about.
I have an anti-inflammatory fruit salad.
Would you be able to share the recipe with our listeners?
Yeah.
please.
Serve this to your friends and family. Oh my God, you will be a goddess.
It sounds like a sensual
It
salad.
does.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know if it's anti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It's a slutty salad.
It's
they
a
will
slutty salad.
absolutely love you. They will eat it for breakfast. They will eat it before the barbecue, with the barbecue, after the barbecue, whatever
They'll
you're
take
doing.
Mary,
some
will you do
home.
me a favor
I love
and
slutty
name it the slutty salad?
Can we just call it
Yes,
the slutty
the
salad?
slutty salad.
People will eat that up.
Yes. On your podcast, I will. But it is really helps with inflammation.
I
It
love
really
that.
does.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love for you to share that
Yeah.
with us.
Okay.
Besides the website, where else can people find
Yeah.
you?
Where can our
They can
sluts
find
find
me
you?
on my Instagram accounts. I have two of them at Mary Caryl Designs, MaryCaryl Designs, and also at Mary Caryl Caryl Glam. Those two Instagram accounts. I'm on Facebook. It's some of those
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
We need to wrap things up. So, sluts, thanks for listening. Follow and subscribe for more slutty moments. Sluts out.
Sluts
Let's
out.
out.
Thank you, Mary.
Oh my God.